Hello and welcome to Citi Field in New York, Wednesday, 8th of August 2018. The 55 and 55 New York Mets are hosting the 47 and 67 Cincinnati Reds. And you may, if you've been watching this, notice that the Mets have now dropped to 500. They've lost their last 10 games. And currently, with Atlanta winning on this date, they are 6 games behind the Atlanta Braves, so they need to stop this losing run. Lineups for Cincinnati: on the mound, Robert Stevenson. The batting order: lead-off shortstop Jose Peraza, left fielder Phil Irvin, second base Scooter Garnett, third base Eugenio Suarez, right fielder Mason Williams, catcher Kurt Casale, first baseman Brandon Dixon, the pitcher Robert Stevenson, and batting in the ninth spot is the centre fielder Billy Hamilton. So they will be first at the plate. For the New York Mets, on the mound is Jacob deGrom. So he's out there warming up while we give you the lineup for the New York Mets. And their batting lineup: leading off, Ahmed Rosario, shortstop, second baseman Jeff McNeil, first baseman Wilmer Flores, left fielder Michael Conforto, third baseman the switch hitting Jose Bautista, right fielder Brandon Nimmo, centre fielder Austin Jackson, the catcher Devin Mazaraco, and batting in the ninth spot the pitcher Jacob deGrom. So here we go. First pitch of the day, deGrom to Peraza. 4 is tough 1. First strikeout of the day. Brings up Phil Irvin. deGrom to Irvin. 11, ballpark 13. Either way, it's going to be a wheelhouse. So 44 is a single. So Irvin gets on base. He's a 3 against an 8. A 3 against an 8 is 56. So at this early stage, we'll see what happens. He doesn't get a jump. So Scooter Garnett, 1 on, 1 away. Batting left-handed. 4, tough 10, strikes him out. Eugenio Suarez comes up, 2 away. 2, defense. Defense position is the range of the pitcher. The pitcher's range is a B. 96 is an out, and it is a ground out, so grounds out back to the pitcher. deGrom picks up the ball, throws it to Flores, and at the end of the top of the first, 1 man on base but no runs. Robert Stevenson comes to the mound and he's going to pitch to Ahmed Rosario. Let's roll all that again. The dice fell off. 10, patient 21. Patient 21 is a walk. So the first walk given up. So this is a 5 against an 8. That looks like a good chance to get away. 0 to 63, and it's an 80, so he doesn't get a jump. He'll stay at first. Oh, by the way, I've instigated another rule here in that the pitches, let's have a look, the fatigue for DeGrom is 7 and the fatigue for Stevenson is 4, so they're allowed to pitch one more than that, so 5 and 8 would be the maximum they could go, just so that we get the other pitches in and it's more realistic. So Jeff McNeil, 4 ballpark, 70, either way it's going to be in play. In play 50 against a righty is a single, so McNeil gets on base. Sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder, runner on first advances 1 base, so McNeil goes to second, men on first and second, no outs. Wilmer Flores, 5 is patient 78 is a fly out to the center fielder, and on patient, runner on third base may attempt to score using coach's chart. If no runner on third, runner on second may attempt to move to third. So second to move to third, he is a 9 run. Roll 2d6 and compare total to lead runner's run and fielder's arm. So the fielder is the center fielder and he is an arm of 6. If the total is equal to or less than both, the run is saved. So we're going to have a go, take this off here. It's a 7. So it is between, if the total is greater than 1 and equal to and less than the other, then roll 2d10 and refer to the chart below, and that is 6, so it's a drop. Roll 1d6 if either than the fielder's rating, the fielder dropped the ball and the runner is safe. If d6 result is equal to or less than the fielder's E rating, he hangs onto the ball, although actually this would actually be the third baseman. So the third baseman's error rating is a 4, so it's got to be less than or equal to 4, and it's there, it's a 3, so he's out. So he is thrown out 8-3 for the second out of the inning. And Michael Conforto, 7, tough, 28, strikes him out, and that will end the inning. First 2 men on base, but New York couldn't bring anyone over. Well, that's probably the reason why they're in a 10-game losing streak. The inability to get the players over the line. Top of the second, no score, Mason Williams. DeGrom pitches and it's tough 58. Tough 58 is a single. So that's a 3 against an 8. 3 against an 8 is 56. Let's see if he can steal. No, he holds. Kurt Caselli, 9, patient 31. So walks Caselli, moves Williams to second. Men on first and second, no out. Brandon Dixon. Nine is patient 9, and he walks the bases loaded. So DeGrom walks the bases loaded, and up comes Stevenson. Eight, tough 41 strikes him out. First out of the inning, Billy Hamilton. 6, tough 65 is an out. That's a fly out to left field. 2 away. And Jose Peraza, 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. 7 in play 90. That's not going to be good enough, and that is ground out to the shortstop, and DeGrom gets out of a very sticky situation there. Bases loaded, no outs, but manages to pull it back. Stevenson pitching to Bautista. Jose Bautista, he will be batting left because he's a switch hitter. 11 defense. The range of the second baseman. Second baseman's range is a B. 98 is an out. Ground ball 4-3. 1 away in the second, bottom of the second. Brandon Nimmo. 9. Patient. 6. It's going to walk him. So the second walk given up by Stevenson. 3 against an 8. Better than 50% chance. No, these big numbers are coming out, stopping them from stealing. Austin Jackson, 1 out, 1 on base. Man first. 9 patient, 18. He's going to walk another one. So the third walk given up by Stevenson, and Mesoraco comes to the plate. Men on first and second, 1 away. 8 tough 17 strikes him out. Second strikeout for Stevenson, and that brings up the pitcher DeGrom. 7 tough, don't need to look, that's a strikeout. And at the end of 2, we still have no score. DeGrom back on the mound, and Phil Irvin comes to the plate. And I think there's a bit of an interesting fact about this game, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Just on the Mets actually won this game 8-0 in real life. But I don't know if you can see, these are the pitchers that pitched, and Irvin was actually, he pitched the last out of the game, well, he pitched the last out of the Mets players, so it would have been the last out of the game. He actually pitched in this game. He's not going to pitch today, well, although actually he may have to if Cincinnati get all the way through their pitches, because he did pitch. 7 is in play 39. It's a single, so Irvin gets on base. 3 against an 8, 56%, and he does get the jump this time. So it's a B against the catcher's arm, which is a 4. So a B4 is excellent. So excellent, he is safe. So steals a base, moves to second, and Scooter Gennett. 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. 10 tough, 65 is an out, and that is a ground out to third. And on a ground out to third base, runner on second may advance to third if the base is open. Runner has a 7 or more, and the ball is hit to second and first, so he's not going to he doesn't comply with either of those rules. So Suarez, 0 for 1, 7 in play 27. In play 27 is a single. This could be interesting. Line drive to left field, runner on first advances 1, runner on second scores. So Irvin will come in to score off the single by Suarez, and Cincinnati take a lead. Mason Williams, 1 for 1, single in the third, 5. 5 is tough, 42 strikes him out. So the second out of the inning, and that's the 4th strikeout for DeGrom. Kurt Casale, he walked in the first at bat. 10, tough, 24 strikes him out. So 5 strikeouts, but the run comes across, and after 2.5, Cincinnati lead New York by 1 run to 0. And remembering that Cincinnati are the bottom team in the division, so New York really need to find some offense. 8, tough, 40. To 40 is a strikeout. Jeff McNeil. 7, tough, 74 is an out, and that is a ground out to the shortstop. Peraza picks up the ball and tosses it to Dixon for the out. Wilmer Flores, 0 for 1. Nobody on base, 2 outs. 9. Patient 41. Patient 41 is a double, so 2-out double. Brings up Michael Conforto, struck out in his first at bat. Can he even this up? 2 outs. 6 in play. In play 13. In play 13 is a single. His run is a 4, so he doesn't automatically get the extra base. Line drive to centre field, runner on first goes 1 base, runner on second scores. So yeah, he will bring Flores in to tie the game up. And a 2-out single by Conforto gets him the RBI, and we're all tied at 1. Jose Bautista, 0 for 1. 2 outs, runner on first. 6 in play. In play 90 is an out, and that is a ground out to the shortstop to end the inning. And after 3, we're all tied with the run by Flores batted in by Conforto, tying the game at 1-1. Jacob deGrom coming up for his 4th inning of work. Brandon Dixon walked in the 2nd inning, his first at bat, 0 for 0 with a 1 walk. 7 in play 40. In play 40 is an out, and he grounds back to deGrom, who scoops up the ball, throws it to Flores, and we've got 1 away. Pitcher Robert Stevenson, he bats a 3. 6, tough, 99. Unfortunately for him, the strikeouts all the way to 99. So that's a 6 strikeout, 2 away. Billy Hamilton, 0 for 1. Fly out to left in the 2nd. 8, tough, 8, and he strikes him out. So 7 strikeouts now for deGrom. He's beginning to get into the groove. And after 3.5, we're all tied at 1. Robert Stevenson. There is an announcement coming up in the 7th inning stretch, if I can remember when I get there. Brandon Nimmo, 0 for 0 with a walk. 4, ballpark. He's a lefty, so 1 to 46. 22 is a wheelhouse. I did that wrong, that was over 46, so it is in play 22. So in play 22 is a single. Whereas if I'd have actually continued, because that second roll should have been for the decider of what was happening, would have been a home run, but it's a single. So we've got a 3 against an 8. They both hold 8s, these two pitchers, so not very good at holding. 1 to 56, and that's 62. It's outside, so Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson 5, Patient 48. Patient 48 is a single. So the Mets, hard grounder to the left field, runner on first advances one base. So Nemo moves to second, no out. Masaraco. Six in play 36. In play 36. Oh, 110 to 35 would have been single. 36 is an out, and he pops up to third. No runs advance on that. And we move to the pitcher, DeGrom. 6 in play 88. In play 88 is going to be an out, and that's going to be grounded out to shortstop. The double play is a 9 and a 6, a 7, so it's not a double play. It's a ground ball plus advance, so 6-3, and all the runners advance one base. Bringing up Rosario, men on second and third, 2 outs. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Was thrown out by the centre fielder at third base trying to advance an extra base in the first inning. 7, tough, 99, 96. Tough, 96 is an out, and he flies out to left. And that brings the inning to an end as we're tied at 1. Jacob deGrom comes to the plate. Five, tough, 74. Tough 74 is an out, and he grounds out to the second baseman. McNeil throws to Flores, and 1 is away. Phil Irvin scored in his last plate appearance, 2 for 2 with a run and a stolen base. Guy's got away there. So that's ball 1. 7 in play 76 is an out, and he flies out to the centre fielder. 2 away. Scooter Gennett 0 for 2, struck out in his first at bat. 6 is tough. Tough 82 is an out, and that is a fly out to the centre. 3 up, 3 down. And the score stays 1-0. So Stevenson, who is a fatigue of 4, we now start his 5th. So at the end of this, then he's automatically to fatigue. That's how I'm going to play it from now on. 4, ballpark. He is a lefty. 1 to 46 is wheelhouse. 69 is in play. In play 58 is an out, and that is a ground out back to the pitcher. So Stevenson tosses the ball over to Dixon to make the out. Wilmer Flores 1 for 2 with a double and a run. He tied the game up. He got the run that tied the game up anyway. 5, Patient 43 is a single, so Flores gets on base again. Michael Conforto. (11) Defense. An error against the left fielder. The left fielder's error rate is a 5. 34 is an out. An out for the left fielder is a ground ball plus advance. So it's just going to be a 7. He's got ground out to the left fielder. So Flores will stay on base. It was a deep fly actually. 7. Tough. 21 strikes him out, and that ends that inning. That will be his 5th strikeout of the game, and we're still tied at 1. So Jacob deGrom comes on. Seven in play. 0, so we'll roll again. 6 tough. 76. Tough 76 is an out, and he grounds out to the second baseman. Brings up Mason Williams. 1 for 2 with a strikeout. 7 in play. In play 61 is an out, and that's a fly out to left. Kurt Casale, 0 for 1 with a walk. 5 tough. Tough 34 strikes him out, and that's 3 up, 3 down. And after 5.5, Stevenson is going to come out. So he's pitched 5 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 1 run it was earned. He walked 3, struck out 5, and no home runs. So who have we got? Oh, this is where it becomes bad for Cincinnati. Michael Lorenzen. Now, who have we got? Suarez is playing third base. Let's bring Dilson Herrera in for Suarez. So Herrera will come in and bat in the pitcher spot. He's a righty. He's going to play third base, so that's D5-6F. And Suarez is going to come out. And he is going to be replaced by the pitcher. He's a righty. So Herrera goes in there. The pitcher, which happens to be a 3 as well, will go in there. So Lorenzen has warmed up. And Brandon Nimmo 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 for 1 with a walk, sorry. 7 in play, 79 is an out, and that is a fly out to centre. Austin Jackson. 7 in play, 68 is an out, and he grounds out to second base, 2 away. Devin Masaraco, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 8 tough, 57 is an out, and he flies out to right, so 3 up, 3 down. And Lorenzen gets out of that inning. So Jacob deGrom to Brandon Dixon, 0 for 1 with a walk. 6 tough, 26 strikes him out. 9th strikeout of the inning. Dilson Herrera, who came in, replaced at the pitcher spot. So here we go, he's a first at bat. 12 is tough. Tough 55, and he strikes him out. So double figure strikeouts for deGrom and Billy Hamilton. 5 tough 2 strikes him out. That's 11 strikeouts. 3 strikeouts in that inning. And deGrom is having a fine game here. And that is the 7th inning stretch. So if you're watching this and you haven't been over and seen the video on my new project for Soccer Blast, I'm creating a team. I've only got 19 of the 20 teams. Chelsea for the 2017-2018 season. Chelsea isn't included. So I'm going to create a team of subscribers. So I need anybody who wants to have a player to go over to that video and put their name in there and the position they would like to play. And once I've got 24, hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be able to create the team, and then I'm going to play all the season with that team against all the other Premier League teams, playing the Chelsea fixtures, but obviously we're not going to be called Chelsea. So if you also have a name that you want to put forward, put that name forward too. But please go to that video and add yourself in, and I'll make a Soccer Blast card for you, and we'll have a team and see how we do. Anyway, bottom of the 7th. Lorenzen pitching to deGrom. 10 in play, 61 is an out, and that is a ground out to second. 1 away. Ahmed Rosario, 1 for 2 with a walk. 3 patient 93, that's going to be an out, and he grounds out to the shortstop. 2 away. Jeff McNeil is 1 for 3. 7 in play 39 is a single, so he gets himself on base. 3 against a 7. A 3 against a 7 is 1 to 49. Let's see if he can make an attempt. It's a 0, so he's going to attempt. So it's a B4. B4 is excellent. Excellent is stolen place plus error, so he steals the base. And you could also get an error on this. Runner safe with stolen base, roll 1d6 if higher than the catcher's error rating. The catcher's error rating is a 1. Oh, can you believe it? It's this number here. It's a 1. So it's it doesn't advance. So it's just a single base stolen. Gosh, can't believe that. Can't believe that. But hey, what can you do? Wilmer Flores. 6 tough. Tough 62 is an out. And he grounds out to third. And at the end of 7, the score remains tied at 1-1. Jose Peraza. 0 for 3. He's not having a good time at all, really. 4 tough. Tough 6 strikes him out. That's 12 strikeouts now. Phil Irving comes to the plate, 1 away. 9 patient, 95. That's going to be an out, and he flies out to left, 2 away. Scooter Gennett. 0 for 3. 12 tough 84. Tough 84 is an out, and that is a fly out to centre. 3 up, 3 down. A lot of offense being generated here. So Michael Lorenzen has pitched his 2 innings, and a mighty fine job is done too. Two innings, 1 hit, no run, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, nothing at all. Wandy Peralta. And we hope to get 2 innings out of him, because what we've got coming is not looking too good. We've got a wheelhouse on 6 with the next pitcher, because I've got to use the ones that were actually used. So again at second base, left fielder Preston Tucker. I can't take Irving out. Well, I can take Irving out, and it just means he won't be able to pitch, which might not be a bad thing. We're going to take Irving out. So Preston Tucker is going to come in at the number 3 spot. And he's going to play left field. The lefty batter, so D5-6, 6F. So he's going to bat next. And Wandy Peralta is going to come in the number 2 spot. Takes Phil Irving out again, which means he cannot pitch, even though he did in this game, as I showed you earlier. But he cannot pitch because he's now been taken out. So Wandy Peralta, bottom of the 8th. Michael Comporto, 1 for 3. 9 tough 22. He's a lefty, strikes him out, gets his first strikeout. Jose Bautista, 0 for 3. 10 defense. It's an errors check against the second baseman. The second baseman error range is a 5. 41 is an out. Ground ball plus advance, there's nobody on base. So 4-3 brings up Brandon Nimmo. Eight patient 20. That's going to be a walk. Yep, first walk given up. 3 against a 7. 49. He's going to try and steal the base. He's going to have an attempt. So D against a 4, D4. D4 is normal. And he's out, so caught stealing. Ends the inning. And after 8, we're tied. So DeGrom is going to come out. He's not going to get the decision. 8 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 2. Struck out 12. No home runs. I think that is a noteworthy thing to record. No strikeouts. So Seth Lugo is going to come in. He's only going to get 1 inning. So the pitch can stay where he is in that card. The card can stay where he is. He's going to pitch to Preston Tucker. 9 tough, 90 out. Flies out to right. Mason Williams. 6 tough, tough 1. Strikes him out. And Kurt Casale, 0 for 2 with a walk today. Sorry, that was Kurt Casale. Obviously didn't move the ticket or the card over at the end of the last inning. Brandon Dixon. 6 tough, 13, strikes him out. So takes care of that. Wander Peralta is coming up. Austin Jackson. 8 patient, 14 walks him, and he's not going to try and steal the base there. We're going to bring Mesoraco out, and Plewecki is going to take his place. He will come in and play catcher if we don't score in this. And he is going to bunt. He's a B bunter, so sacrifice gets him over. And now Lugo is going to come out of the game. And Jose Reyes is going to come in. To pinch hit. 1 away, man on second, bottom of the ninth. Mets trying to manufacture the winning run. 9 tough, 72. Tough 72 is an out, so he flies out to the centre fielder, and up comes Ahmed Rosario. Rosario 0 for 3 with a walk. He's going to continue, he's going to bat. 7 in play, 43 is a single. So this is a 5 run, so it doesn't get an automatic extra base. Sharp liner drops in front of left fielder, run on second, 1 base, so he will move over. Men at the corners. He's a 5 stealer against a 7. 56%. It's going to go for it. He gets the jump. So this is a C. Catcher is a 4. C4 is a very good chance. And very good is safe. So he moves himself over to second with a stolen base. And Jeff McNeil. He's playing second base, and the third baseman, Batista, can play second. So we're going to remove McNeil. And we're going to bring Frazier in. So Todd Frazier coming in to pinch hit. He's better against left-handers. Two out, 2 on. 7 in play. 55 is an out, and that is a fly out to right. So game saved. What will now happen is that Frazier will come to third base. And Batista will move to second base. As we go into extra innings. And Robert Zellman is going to come in. Lugo pitched 1 innings with 2 strikeouts. Zellman. Oops. Wrong team. He will take Zellman is a righty. There's who's going to come out of the game. Here's a D5 6-3C. So Reyes. So extra innings. Zellman to Dilson Herrera. (11) defense. Range of the second baseman. Second baseman is Batista now. His range is an F. Didn't want that really, did they? 163 is a hit. 70. It's an out. So it's a deep fly. Sorry, it's a ground ball. So Batista's first play at second base is successful. Billy Hamilton. Who have we got? No, I'm going to leave Hamilton in. 9. Tough. 37. Strikes him out. Jose Peraza. 11 defense. Error check against the second baseman, which is Batista. And his error rating is now a 3. 1 to 53 is an error. 28 is an error. So Peraza gets on E4. And the pitcher spot is up. So he's going to come out. Who do we have in Cincinnati's line? Tucker Barnhart is going to come on. He's a switch hitter. So he's going to try and get this winning run in. He's a 4 stealer, is Peraza. 4 against a 5. Not going to be worth trying this at this stage. Try and get the man in. 6 in play. 84 is an out. And that is a fly out to centre, and the end of the top of the 10th. It's still tied at 1. So now Barnhart is going to come out, and Curie Miller is going to come in. And that is the 10th inning. Now his card is awful, so I don't think he's going to be lasting too long. Peralta pitched 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He did walk 2, struck 1 out, no home runs. So Miller to Flores. 4, patient 13, walks him. So the first one is on. Michael Conforto. 6, wheelhouse 91. Fortunately for him, that's a big number. Up to 88 would have been something, but it's a ground out to second base. 7 and 9 is the double play, and an 8, so it's not an out double, so it's a fielder's choice. So fielder's choice 4 to 5 gets the first out. Jose Batista. 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the 10th. 9, ballpark. He's a righty. 1 to 48 goes wheelhouse. 0 is a special play, I believe. No. So we're going to roll him again. It's only on errors and range checks. 51 is a in play. In play, 1 to low number 93. That's not low. Flies out to left, 2 away. Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo. 7. Patient 53. Patient 53 is a walk. So it's put 2 on base. Austin Jackson. Can Miller get out of this inning? 8. Patient 88 is an out. And 88 is a ground out, 6-3. And so Miller successfully negotiates that inning. Zellman pitching to Scooter Gennett. 12, wheelhouse 55 is a double. So Gennett gets on base. Tucker. I'm going to let him bat. So Preston Tucker's going to continue to bat. I was going to bring a pitcher in to bunt. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take Preston Tucker out. This could leave us really in real difficulty if this doesn't work. It's going to leave us in difficulty anyway, because I've got to get myself a left fielder D. So Anthony DiSclafani comes in as a pinch hitter in the 11th, and he will bunt. He's a B bunter. Lead. Oh God, no. Lead. That's going to be the lead runner out, isn't it? Lead runner thrown out, batter and other batters safe. So he gets a base hit and he is thrown out. let's say 6-2. So Di Sclafani is out, and we have to start all over again. Oh well, we took the risk. Mason Williams, 10, tough, 80 is an out, and he flies out 2 away. Kurt Casale, 7 in play, 41 in play, 41 is a single. What's the run? It's only a run of 5. So it's an error of 5, sorry. He's a run of 6, so he does get an extra base because there's 2 outs. So Di Sclafani, sorry, wrong person. Di Sclafani gets over to third. Men at the corners, 2 outs. Brandon Dixon. Can Zellman get out of this inning? 5 tough 47. Tough 47 is a strikeout, and he gets himself out of the inning. And now I've got to do some work here because I need a left, somebody who can go left field. So what we have, oh no, wrong team, is that Di Sclafani must come out, and Joey Votto is going to have to come in for Sclafani. He's going to have to come in at first base. Our first baseman is Dixon, and Dixon can play left field, which is handy. So Dixon will move to left field, where he is a D3-7. So Brandon Dixon, left first base to left field in the 11th. Now that should be where Tucker is. So I've got Herrera, Hamilton, Peraza, Tucker, just check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep, so we're there. So it looks like Mello is going to continue to pitch here. He's pitched 1 inning. Oh God, wheelhouse. I was going to change him out. 42 wheelhouse. Kevin Plawecki hits a home run. I should have taken my own advice there and taken him out. So a home run gives the win to the New York Mets by 2-1. We'll be back shortly with the roundup. So, a bad decision by the Cincinnati coach not to remove Miller and let him pitch at another batter cost them the game, with Plawecki getting a home run in the bottom of the 11th to win the game 2-1. Miller gets the loss and Zellman gets the win. Cincinnati 1 run off 7 hits, no errors. New York Mets 2 runs off 9 hits and 1 error. And what does that do for the standings? Let's see if I can zoom that in a bit. Seem to have a bit of a poor focus on this today. I don't know why. We're on autofocus. See if I can focus it better for you. No. Don't seem to be getting very far with this one, do we? Anyway, the other thing I could try, of course, is to pull up other than it's upside down now. All I've got to do is work out how to change it from upside down. All good, this, isn't it? Ooh. Let's put it back to this. Anyway, Atlanta Braves 62-50 lead the National League East 5.5 games out over the Mets. The Central Milwaukee 79-38, they're 11.5 over the Cubbies. And in the West, the Dodgers 70-45, they're 8 out over San Francisco. Current wildcard positions are San Francisco and the Cubbies. In the American League in the East, Boston 77-38, they're 17.5 in front of Tampa. Cleveland 71-42 on a 7-game winning streak, are 15 out over Minnesota. And in the West, Houston 70-45, they're 2.5 over the Angels. The usual situation in the American League, the West has the 2 wildcards, the Angels and the Oakland Athletics. Just before I go, I want to show you a game that I played while I was working away from home last week. I thought to myself, I'll get 3 games done in the evening and move the project along. And then this game came up. Let's just zoom him out. Oh, not that game. That game did come up because we just played it. This game came up. Colorado Rockies, Milwaukee Brewers. It was the first game of that evening that I played, and it ended up Milwaukee winning 4-2. But as you can see, it took 14 innings to actually resolve this game. Excellent game, really, really good game. But 14 innings, they used 12 pitchers. We ended up with no players left on the bench for either team. They'd used them all, and we were getting to the stage where the pitchers that were coming in would have had to bat because I'd got nobody else to replace them with. Really good game. I thought I might have actually ended up having to go on to another score sheet, but Eric Kratz hit a two-run homer in the bottom of the 14th to win the game, and Almonte got the loss, and Jeffress got the win. So that was an exciting game that I played while I was away last week. So hope you enjoyed the game. Thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't, as usual. And if you want to be a player in the Soccer Blast team to play against the Premier League in England, then go to that video and put your name down. Until next time, good day.